seen it.
Welcome to Talk Law Radio with attorney Todd Marquardt of the Marquardt Law Firm at marquardtlawfirm.com.
Welcome back to Talk Law Radio. I'm Todd Marquardt here with Marty Dusek with U.S. Depositions and Litigation Services and Shannon Roberta San Antonio. Find her on Instagram, and you can be encouraged by seeing her outfit of the day or
get a recipe idea. Maybe you're out of ideas.
That would be fun. And Lexi Law Dog is here. And we're going to be talking about legacy in just a moment. Not yet. I got to say something else. Marty's going to say his legacy. I'm going to talk about Michael Jordan's son.
Oh, man.
I'm also going to be talking about the mama bear, Virginia Halas McCaskey.
Yeah.
But this is the fourth segment. That's our legacy segment. I want to talk about legacy just as a broad term. This is the collective memories of everything that you've done. And you were telling me your uncle's in the legacy business succession business.
Yeah, he sure is. Yeah, it was funny. He sent me a message a couple of days ago and said, "Tell Todd hello."
Yeah.
How do you know Todd? And he goes, "Oh, and I guess y'all had met about a year ago or so."
Yeah, Jim Urban with the
Urban Associates.
Urban Associates. He's a financial planner and does business succession. But when I heard this story about Michael Jordan's son, have y'all heard it yet?
Yeah.
He was pulled. Well, actually, he got his car, his Lamborghini SUV, stuck on the train tracks.
Yeah.
And then the police caught up with him and suggested that he might be under the influence. And then they found some narcotics in his pocket. So he's in big trouble. And it just got me thinking, what's wrong with this kid? I mean, why couldn't he use his position in society, I guess you would say, the son of Michael Jordan, why couldn't he continue his father's legacy? I mean, not necessarily just as a basketball player, but as somebody that doesn't get in trouble with the law, at least, right?
How old is he?
Well, he did play basketball for a college, so I think
so. 10 years ago, maybe
he's over that.
So is he over 30? I mean, I guess at some point, though, do you keep having to say you're Michael Jordan's son or Michael Jordan's my dad? I mean, at some point, don't you want to
be your own person,
or walk a really fine line and be a good person, not have to resort to referring to everyone as, or telling everyone Michael Jordan's my dad because I'm in trouble. I need to get bailed out here.
Right.
At least.
Shannon, have you ever heard of this where you have a very upstanding member of society and then something happens, the next generation just doesn't have their stuff together?
Yeah, that's kind of a common story. You hear about that. Let's remember that it's an accusation. I mean, he hasn't been convicted.
Right.
So we do have, beyond the burden of reasonable doubt in this country.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but I did see that news story. And I saw it. There's video, and he was kind of belligerent, I think is the story.
Oh, right, resisting arrest.
And
that
then
was another charge.
Right, yeah. So, yeah, it's really sad. I mean, I guess you don't know. You haven't been in his shoes, so you don't know what it's like to be Michael Jordan's son. Maybe it's horrible. We shouldn't presume just because he has a lot of money that...
Just because he's driving a Lamborghini SUV.
I mean, he might... I mean...
That might be really difficult.
Well, it's interesting, Shannon.
You want to find out?
I think you're right, though. He's in the limelight because of who his dad is.
Yeah.
And he's going to draw attention, and sometimes that comes with negative impacts. And so, I hope he gets better, I guess.
Right.
Happy people don't do that. Happy, peaceful people are not doing stuff like that.
Well, let's talk about football.
Okay.
The Super Bowl is this weekend. And just so happened that, God forbid, tragedy struck and Virginia Halas McCaskey passed away. And she was the daughter of a very influential football owner, the owner of the Chicago Bears. The Bears.
The Bears. I love the way you say Chicago. Is it because you've been in South Texas?
I guess it's because of Adam Tostado.
Oh, yes. That was a good one. Watch that show. It was a good one.
So she inherited the team from her father, George S. Halas, who died in 1983. And then since 2011, Virginia's son, George, has been chairman of the Bears. And so this is a contrast to what I saw with Michael Jordan's son.
Oh, okay.
Is, we didn't hear any bad news about these people. They were able to pass down the business, and, they didn't make it to the Super Bowl, but, it's still an ongoing business.
Right, yeah. And then I was looking at her bio. There were only like 10 female, in all of our history, there's only been 10 female owners before.
She must have been a tough lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that too. Like, really amazing. When she was born, it had only been 3 years that women even had the vote. Mm-hmm. So when she was, well, it was 1920, and then she was born in 23, I think. So she was 3 years old. Wait, yeah.
Yeah.
So, our country said women can't even vote. We can't trust our democracy because you're a female. And then she ended up being an all of her accomplishments,
right.
In her lifetime, she watched women's rights go from, we can't trust you with a vote, to you're an icon of society.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Okay, Marty. So with that background, between Michael Jordan's son and Virginia McCaskey, tell us what you think about your legacy.
I want people to know that the legacy of working hard, kindness, positivity, wanting to help others. I think that's something. We kind of touched a little bit on it. I love the business, and I love what we're doing. I love what we're building. I've gotten really involved in philanthropy in the last couple of years, and I really, trying to help other people, I think is just it's very important. And I think everyone should take a little bit of time of their day, every day or once a week, to help somebody doing something. Small gestures, big gestures, whatever it is.
How did you come up with that? Was it your parents or some other older person that told you it was important to give back to society?
No, I don't recall where it came from, other than just something I've always felt. I think it's hard to be out there by yourself. Mm-hmm. Building this business, and a lot of times, it's lonely, and you're I don't know. There's something about just helping other people out there that by themselves, or they're alone, or they need help, or there's outlets they don't know about, and so that's just kind of where it came from.
Yeah, well, Shannon said that she was helped one time just by a friendly clerk at the courthouse, right?
Right, yeah, I think it can be very small. Like, we underestimate how just a small kindness could be life-changing for someone. But in reading your bio, Marty, it's not small things. I mean, because it's very time-consuming, and it takes a lot of effort. Just one of those things that I was reading on your bio, you're a board member on a pretty major nonprofit, and I mean, just that alone. So when I look at your bio, I'm like, wow, this guy's very busy. And then you were talking about the coaching. You even do coaching for the next generation,
Yeah, coaching first grade basketball. Yeah. That's actually been the highlight of my year so far.
Yes.
No, look, it's important work, and frankly, I'm honored to be a part of these organizations. And I consider myself lucky to be able to coach my son's basketball. So all this stuff, you make time for things that are important, and it's easy. It really is.
Right. Someone I know said recently, you can't pour from an empty cup. And you're definitely pouring into this world. What do you do to
fill up your cup?
Yeah. How do you balance it all? And
how do you maintain a positive and encouraging attitude?
Yeah. Well, it just comes out. You seem like such a positive, energetic person.
Every day is a new day, right? Every day is a new day. I'm lucky. I've got two beautiful children, a wonderful wife at home. I get to go spend my evenings with them. that's joy. And it's
Yeah.
happy, and the rest of all the stuff that happened during the day, the good and the bad, goes away. You're at home, you're with your family, and you're relaxing
Recharge.
and you're recharging, and again, tomorrow's a new day. And so I think that's uplifting. Just the fact that you can essentially restart every day.
Yeah.
Tell us about something or some value that you got from those who went before you.
I brought these cufflinks today.
Cool. Let us see. What is it? Okay.
They're kind of old. I mean, they're my grandfather. So Jim Urban, my uncle we were spoken earlier, this is actually his father. He passed away, and so my grandfather gave me these cufflinks, and I don't wear them very often. When I found them this morning in kind of a box I had stored, but I don't wear them often. It's more about what they represent, and but it's nice to have, and was honored to wear them today. I was excited.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Do you think he'd be proud of you?
Absolutely. I think today is actually my uncle's birthday too. So I think it's, pretty cool that, I get to kind of touch on them,
Yeah.
in 2025. So
Right.
It's very special. Yeah. And I know he'd be happy.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Thank you for
Yeah, thank
bringing
you.
that in. That's neat.
No, I mean, I didn't know what, trying to rattle my head out. What would be a good idea in this, for cufflinks? This is an easy answer.
Right. Well, a lot of people, they don't have anything, or they think that it's not worth talking about, but I agree with you. Like even something small that reminds you of somebody you loved, that's meaningful.
Yeah, I was going to bring a story, frankly. I didn't know what, when you originally asked, and I didn't have a lot of heirlooms or anything, right?
Well, tell us a story.
The cufflinks, but no.
Any family values that you have carried on?
We have a tradition on this show of telling a really bad joke, at least one. No, I'm just joking.
I just being, I always instilled of just being kind to everybody. It's a big deal. I feel like my family, especially, everyone's very kind to people. They're very well liked.
I have this book. Its title is Be Kind or Else. And I don't think many people have this book. I got it at Half Price Books in the clearance section, which means nobody reads it. But there's a foreword by Larry King that says, be kind or I'll make sure that your life ceases to exist.
Huh.
Can you imagine
No.
Larry King?
No, I can't. Why was
And
he
so I don't know if it's a joke. The book is a real book about being kind to others,
Right,
but
it's got that
I
quote
just
in it.
can't get that out of my mind.
Right. I'm picturing that Liam Neeson guy coming to get you. I've heard you've been unkind.
Right. Well, thank you guys for being on the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me. This
It
is
was really fun.
really special. I really enjoyed it.
Why don't you say one more time?
Yeah, look, Marty Dusek, we're here to help you. Record retrieval, process serving, depositions, court reporting. We do summarizations of records and transcripts. We want to be your A to Z file to trial, one-stop shop. Please call us.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Thank you. Thanks, Shannon. Thanks, Todd.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This has been Talk Law Radio with attorney Todd Marquardt, brought to you by the Marquardt Law Firm. You can learn more at marquardtlawfirm.com. And be sure to listen to the full Talk Law Radio show Saturday mornings at 11 on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
Each week, attorney Todd Marquardt talks about the law. His mission with the Talk Law Radio show and podcast is to help you discover your legal issue blind spots. In the beginning, God had one law. Don't eat from the fruit of that tree. Then came the 10 Commandments. Now we have federal, state, and municipal lawmakers that won't stop creating new laws. Laws that might impact you without you knowing it. Listen to the show and drop a line on Facebook or email host@talklawradio.com and let the host know what you think of the show, the topics you want to hear, and whether you want to be a guest.